Hello, Adam Marks is my name, and I am the luckiest man I know because I inherently love what it is I do, and that is primarily farming. But I say farming and people don't like that much, so I say winemaker. I've been making wine for 25 years now, and we've been here at our home Bress, behind me, and I love the arm back, Bress here in central Victoria, Australia. And on this property we run it as a mixed farm. We have 16 acres of vines, 14 acres of cider apples and peri pears, and then we breed chickens, market garden because we love fresh vegetables, and we have a lovely old time. So if you're keen, let's go shopping. People ask why the name Bress. For me it's simple. My favourite animal in the world is the humble chook. Now there's a town in France called Bourg-en-Bresse, and they have their own appellation for the finest eating chicken I've ever experienced in the world. I went there in 1996 when I was working not far away in Burgundy and Beaujolais making wine, and what was involved in breeding these chickens for market was amazing. Very traditional, artisanal, and a great respect for the animal. And I thought if I'm ever going to make wine or cider, I'm going to dedicate it to these chickens. And that's what I've done. Thank you, Kevin. For me, farming's simple in that you respect what it is you have. That is the farming entity. And every farm is different, and I think that's encapsulated very well by the French using their concept of terroir, where every property is different because of different soil, different wind, just an interplay of a whole lot of geophysical factors. And we subscribe to biodynamic farming principles here, and that's basically just having a respect for what it is we have. Our canopy training is very, very simple. Very little irrigation here, but we do have to because the soils are gnarly. Basically we have decomposed granite here. Very tough for worms to percolate through. When we first got here, worm counts were non-existent. Now we make all of our own compost here and spread that out, and we are just building up the organic matter of the soil. That helps with soil moisture retention, means we need to irrigate less, and the vines are happier as a consequence. Welcome to our very simple and not particularly humble winery. No, that's not true. I'd like to think we're quite humble. But we have everything we need, but it's also very simple. I've made wine around the world in some very sophisticated wineries, and I'd consider this basic. And I think that's all you need to make good wine. Good fruit, everything else follows, and keep it as simple as possible. My first philosophy. Second one is know exactly what it is you want to make. Have very clearly defined benchmarks as to the wine styles you're aspiring to. We do that for all of our wines. We're always looking to improve the breed to each year. Third, keep it clean, neat and tidy. I've worked in too many grotty wineries and it just makes it a nightmare and no fun because I like to go home like everyone else. And the most important one, what do you think? There is no substitute for your body. This is the best laboratory out there. That means always back your palate. Okay? Taste. Hear, sniff, see, touch. No analytical piece of equipment will do that better than you can. Here endeth the lesson. Everything's hand-picked. We gently airbag press, and I can't show you this because we don't have any yet. Give us a month or two and you will see firsthand. Then we press, we send them off to any one of our tanks, and in the case of unwooded wines, we ferment them in stainless steel, only with indigenous yeast that lives in here. We don't add stuff because we want to express where the grapes come from. Then we settle them, give them a light filter and bottle. Very simple. Rosé the same. With our Chardonnay, invariably press off to a tank and then sent into wood for complete barrel fermentation. Our red wines, fascinating. Everything's done in 2-ton open fermenters, or in these two babies, big red one, big red two, and these will hold about a full ton. We will use a lot of whole bunch for Pinot Noir and Shiraz, because we love those ethereal characters, and it saves us dirtying the destemmer, and I'm inherently lazy, and that's not quite true. It's more the former that I'm interested in. Then Cabernet Sauvignon will always destem. Don't like any whole bunch there. And then we élevage in oak. Some days, I feel like Willy Wonka. And this is my factory. Not lollies, but wines and ciders. Within the range, 2 ciders, Brut, Bonbon. Then 4 whites presently, but we keep making wine, can't help ourselves. Sparkling, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay blend, Macedon Chardonnay, 22-year-old Chardonnay vines, 2 different clones, dry, savoury. I'd like to make Chablis, not quite there, but we're getting there. Hasten slowly, Adam. Macedon Sauvignon Blanc, which we make in a fume style, Riesling off the property here at Harcourt, then into the reds. A lovely blend called La Galena, which is Spanish and Italian for the hen. Blend of Tempranillo, Grenache, Shiraz, 3 of those. Yarra Valley Macedon Pinot, one of my favourites. Very, very focused, tightly wound, bit generous at the same time. An enigma, but I'm very fond of this one. I think it's the best one we've done. Heathcote Bendigo Shiraz, then Heathcote Shiraz Straight, and Le Grand Coq Noir, our top tier one, off the property here. 100% whole bunch, fascinating in itself, all foot trod. We make between 60 and 90 dozen a year, focused, and yeah. That's all I can say. I'm lost for words, unheard of.